Hello, Amy.
Hi, Jane. Hi,
Everyone,
everyone.
hello, everyone. Welcome to our WWW Women's Wellness Wednesday, and this is your last episode of the year, last episode of
Yes,
2020. Oh my God, can you believe it? We're already like what 2 days or one and a half for some of you guys, 1.5 days away from 2021, the new year.
yes, correct.
Actually, before we get started with our topic today, which is goal setting, I want to ask Amy. This is something that's off the topic, kind of on the topic, but off the topic is some people say that the new decade started now, like 2021. Some people say the new decade started already this year, 2020. What is your opinion on that? Have we already started new decade or we're only just getting started?
Okay, I'm going to focus now and leave my hair. My hair can just do what it
No,
wants.
you're fabulous, don't worry.
Yeah, I was just explaining to Jing that with their locking us down in my city, so I had to do a quick swim before they closed the pools. So my hair's post swimming. Right, the new decade. Well, does it? I mean, we could just choose whenever, right? Time is so, I think, kind of
Relative?
irrelevant. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, why not? Like literally, you could wake up halfway through the year, kind of like what I did this year, and be like, I'm going to change everything. And it's just, if we think about it, if we get a little bit deep, who
Hmm.
time is not real. It kind of is
Yeah.
real. Time is only recording change. So we don't have time without change. And we can change whenever we want. Because if we think about it, the first people who were recording time were looking at the change of the sun and then the change of the seasons, right? So time is just our record of things changing, and
Right.
we can change whenever we want, baby. So,
Yes, that's
like
true.
we are masters of our own time, and I think it doesn't. If, I always like to compare us to the animals. That they probably have no record of time, but they're aware of change and how
Hmm.
their bodies are changing and the
The
seasons change and things like
seasons.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's great. What's really nice though is when we have this new year, the fact that it's called New Year does motivate people to do what Jing's been doing, what I've been doing, which is reflect and be like, right, where am I at, right now? Like we can, particularly this year, because we've become so, which is a good thing, living in the moment, right? We don't,
Disruptive.
yeah, we just, like I just posted, the pools are open today. I think tomorrow they're closed. We still don't know if the school's open on Monday. No one knows. So in a way, we can kind of float. We kind of float through the year, not
And live
really
in the
knowing
moment, right? It really taught
exactly,
us to live in the moment.
which is great, which is great. But we also want to not become complacent,
Hmm.
right? And we don't want to settle for, let's say, the patterns and the things in our lives that are no longer serving us. We want to be able to check in and be like, right, am I applying myself in this area of my life as fully as I can? Am I following my passion? Is my career? Am I being the best mom that I could be? Am I being the best partner that I could be? Is there anything inside of me that I could let go of to become more loving, to become more, you know, more happy and free? So it's just a balance though, because we tend to go from one extreme to the other, right? I mean,
Hmm.
like I need to fix myself, and then like I need to change everything about myself, and we also need to realize that who we are right now is also okay, and I'm worthy of love and lovable, and you're perfect just as you are. But then the balance is, we don't want to become complacent in that we're not evolving, we're not becoming more awakened, more aware, more loving, and more happy and free within ourselves. So it's just trying to find the balance, and I think New Year is the perfect time to check in like that. So it just gives us
Hmm.
that idea. I
I
don't know if
love
I
that.
did I answer your question.
You totally did. Yeah, yeah. I mean, like it was. I thank you for the elaborate and extended and very insightful, comprehensive answer to that. And no, I love
What
it. That's
was the
why I
question?
love having conversations with you. It's not just like, "Oh, I think it's 2020 or I think it's 2021, right? Because, like you said, it's relative. right? It's all perspective based, right?
Yeah,
So there's no right or wrong answer, and it's really great to, to actually hear from you, beyond just, okay, I think it's this year and that year, right? And you're absolutely right about having that new year for us to reflect. Oh, hello, special guest, right? Our new year guest,
exactly.
to reflect on, what happened this year. And then while you were talking about that, right, I was just like, oh, that's kind of like why in a lot of corporation people do that on annual report, right? Like performance
Yeah,
evaluation.
exactly.
Should we give you a pay rise, or should we sack you? Should we keep you based on your annual performance? And I know it's probably more of a English culture thing that, at the end of the year, I'm talking about people who work for a corporation, you receive a bonus, check from your boss, right? And I was speaking with my husband about it, and he said, oh, here in Canada, or I don't know about America, we don't do such a thing as bonus. We just have that fixed salary, and then that's it, right? And I was like, huh, okay, I'm very used to the culture, even back in Australia and Hong Kong, that, at the end of the year, based on your whole annual performance, you receive a bonus check from your boss. And that is almost like a reward to, like,
Yeah,
how you doing this year. I'm just gonna show my appreciation as a boss to give you money, more money. So I was always very excited about that. Oh, I get my bonus, because
yeah,
it gives you incentive to, like, work harder and better, right? But anyways, so that's just
yeah.
something that I thought of from my days of working as an employee. And now I think for us personally, the bonus we give to ourselves is that, hey, we become a better version of ourselves, the stronger version, not in monetary form, but, in the real, the physical, metaphysical form, so that we know how much more we can accomplish, right? So back to our main topic for today. I think actually Amy and I, we are mutually already, without actually even like planning too much about it, we already know that we're not gonna make it like a very complicated topic, because like we know that a lot of people teach about goal setting, and also there are many methods out there, right? So many methods out there. There's like the traditional smart goal setting that a lot of people learned about from school or from fitness. And then I don't know, there's like gazillion, types of goal setting methods out there. But we would like to share like what works the best, and to help you get the maximum result from our own experience. So I'll let Amy sort of share with you guys first.
So I think this is going to be like a perfect mixture here, because I think we are a little bit different in the way that maybe we look at goal setting. I reckon Jean has got some amazing, like, real practical tips, and I actually really want to hear them myself.
Practical, right?
My advice is really, when I say advice, what I'm questioning right now and what I'm looking into right now is like finding the balance in that any goal. So before we even get into the goal setting, perhaps look at the areas of your life and maybe write down areas of your life that you feel like you want to improve, or make better, or something like that, become happier in. So let's say, like, we have the basic ones like family life, maybe being a parent, being a partner or a wife or a husband. um, how about career also?
Yeah.
And um, I think number one, particularly this year, has shown us more than anything, because career, we often, like, I don't know what it's like around the world, but in the UK, things are shutting all the time and opening all the time. Career has to kind of take a back seat at the moment. Behind number one, your goal should be for you, right? Let's say you want to be a better husband, a better wife, partner, parent, or even wanting to improve your career, wanting to improve your finances, any other area of your life, wanting to take up a hobby, wanting to improve your fitness levels, wanting to become happier. This all starts with you. So my first thing would be, put number one on your list as your goals for yourself, right? I'm saying this very, very carefully. Your self-improvement goals, because I'm going to look into that a little bit further. You're going to be the best version of you if you prioritize you and you prioritize your own
Absolutely.
development.
Hmm.
You cannot be, no matter how much guilt you feel about how maybe you kind of got cross with your partner or your children. Maybe you want to spend more time with them. Guilt is like there, oh, I haven't spent much time with them this year, I've been so preoccupied. You are never going to be able to be the best wife, partner, husband, or parent unless you are like completely whole and aligned with you first. You have to focus on yourself. Now, the first thing, though, I want to mention when I say self-improvement is I'm saying it so carefully, because why do we want to improve ourselves? Why would we, if we throw all of it out and just ask ourselves the question, why do I want to improve me? What's actually broken? Technically, in this moment, with you who you are as a person, as a being, as energy, there is nothing wrong with you in this moment. You are perfect as you are, you're whole as you are, you're complete as you are, right? So there's nothing actually broken or defective or lacking in you at the moment. The
Mm-hmm.
only thing is coming into more and more alignment with who you are as a true person, as a true being, an energy. So your self-improvement goal should be only about uncovering your full you, your full
Yeah,
potential,
potential.
and
Mm-hmm.
becoming more and more you, becoming more aligned with who you are truly, and letting go of all the stuff that you're not. And that should be your only self-improvement goal, because the second the ego hears self-improvement, it's a rat race. Because that is based on the idea that who I am right now is not good enough, not whole enough, not complete enough,
Mm-hmm.
can't be happy, can't be loved, right? We need to be able to receive love more, and then we can give love more, and then we can manifest the perfect relationship. So I need to heal what's broken in me that's preventing me from receiving love. I need to work really hard because I'm not good enough as I am right now, and I can't get love as I am right now, and I'm not lovable as I am right now. And that goes on and on and on, and you never actually get there, because that's like a rat race that your ego's created, and comes to the idea that I'm not enough as I am right now. So the first thing is to realize there's actually nothing wrong with you right now, and you can be you are completely lovable, you are whole, you are perfect as you are, but your improvement should be in coming more in alignment with that.
Great, great. That's beautiful. I love what you shared here. Everybody give a round of applause for Amy. And those of you who are watching live right now from Facebook, do comment below, like, and share with us, like with it, if it's like anything to do with self-improvement. Just now, Amy mentioned about self-improvement. What kind of self-improvement you've done this year and how you feeling about it, and also your, New Year's resolution. I put it in the caption, and I tell everyone to comment New Year's resolution. It's yeah, I love it. Become aligned with yourself. Okay, type in the chat box. Become aligned with yourself and uncover your potential. And it's like when what Amy was saying just now is like basically peeling off layers, right? We're wearing so many layers of everything, conditioning, expectations, different standards, different external influences, and all that. We have become so heavy and so, what's the word? I was thinking about the word like dismorphed or something,
Yeah,
right, into something else. So the
distorted,
true,
yeah.
yeah, distorted, yeah. So the true self is actually being hidden, being tucked
Yeah.
away. So now, being true to ourselves and the self-improvement, personal development, it's really, a lot of it is really about peeling off those layers, and we all carry layers, so I think that's why the self-improvement part actually really helps. And it's really, really worth noting that we do need to have that self-improvement as part of our, whether if it's new Year's resolution or goal setting, that every year we are peeling off more layers, right? That's the way I like to see it, to simplify it. Just visualize yourself peeling off a few more layers every year, and you become lighter and more aligned with your true self. And as a result, like Amy said, everything else, career, relationships, or other like desires and things you want to manifest would flow, will come to you a lot more easily as you peel off the layers. I remember once I was talking to Dr. Jane Mims, and we're talking about law of attraction. We don't talk about it that much, but we're actually one day we're talking about it. And she said, you know what? Law of attraction. Okay, for everybody that's like, into law of attraction, that's everybody here, listen carefully. She mentioned that law of attraction works a lot better, actually a lot, like works really well for those who don't think too much. the ones who are like the I think we also mentioned this one of our episodes, right? If you just like happy go lucky and living a very simple life, you don't overthink, right? You just like, what's the word? They say ignorance is bliss, right? It's a bit like that, but not so much on the ignorance side, just on the side where you don't think too much, live a simple life. Then that is when, the law of attraction manifestation flows to you more easily because you're a lot more simple and lighter. You don't carry so much with you. So I was just reminded and to mention that. So I guess it's probably on everyone's list right here. We're a law of attraction community to manifest a lot of things, right? So maybe make that your goal, peel off more layers.
Yeah. I think it should be called like it's like self-actualization is
Oh
probably the better
yeah.
term. It's almost like self-revealing, exactly as Jing mentioned. It's like taking off the layers, but always knowing that right there, even if you're not seeing it, you're not looking at it, you don't realize it, you don't feel it, there you are, perfect, whole, beautiful, complete, right there as you are right now. Your only goal is to really see that and feel that.
Hmm. Yeah,
So I'm
that's right.
peel the layers off.
Self-actualization,
No, but reveal
self-revealing, you know,
the
stripping,
yeah,
like yeah, we should invent our own word to
reveal
right,
the diamond within, the diamond that
exactly, yeah.
is
I
right
would
there.
actually just use the word, strip it off, take it off, take it off. It's getting hot in
Oh,
here. That song from a while ago. It's getting hot in here, so might as well take all your clothes off, right? It's getting
right,
hot here, like in the heart, right? In
exactly,
the heart chakra, it's getting hot here. It's getting hot inside because we're glowing, right? So that we don't need these layers anymore. There we
exactly.
go.
Your heart's
We
always there.
managed we managed to combine pop culture with manifestation.
Yeah, this is true actually. Everyone like Disney and movies and everything, they kind of portray the heart as being like not logical and you can't trust your feelings and things like that, and it just acts out of like doesn't act irrationally all the time and impulsively. But actually, your heart's like right there with all of the answers if we just
Right,
take
right. It
the time.
guides you.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
like take the time to follow the emotions and come back to it and just
Hmm.
revealing, let them go, let them go, let this one go, let this go. That's not me, that's not me. Who am I? The heart
Right.
always has the answers. So anyway,
That's
over to
true.
Jing. I think we should then maybe focus on some of the like more practical sides. So now we've got the root of it.
Right,
uh,
the root of the practicality, right? Yeah, so the heart, the root of it. Now the
yeah.
mechanics. Yeah, the mechanics will be everybody has probably, I believe those of you who are watching right now, you probably have your own way of goal setting, which probably has been working well for you, or some of you have been, adapting different methods, either from like master or someone else. I remember actually last night I was looking through my notebook and I have this very thick notebook that I actually use to write personal things. And I was reviewing, actually, my intention was to review 2020. But then when that book I got from 2014 as a gift from a friend, it's really thick. It's just a notebook, right? Blank pages. And then I realized I've been using it for my personal like journaling, documenting throughout 2016. Not so much 15, I didn't use it. 16, 17, 18, 19 now. And it's just so amazing to see what I wrote and the goal settings I set for myself for the past like how many years? Like 4 years. And I realized that, there were some goals that repeatedly, show up. And I'm like, I haven't really got there. Why do I keep giving myself those goals? And I have realized that comparing to like the early years, I became a lot more clear and aware of why I want those goals. And then this year, when I set my goals, I'm just thinking like, am I going to do the same and just make myself kind of like align myself even more and to reaffirm that I still want this goal because of this, because of that. And then at the end of it, I'm just like, you know what? Screw it. I'm not gonna do it. I basically completely abandoned my usual way of goal setting, which is writing like I always have a long list of things I want, but I put them into categories. So like it's kind of like shopping list, right? A wish list. We're writing one this the list goes on. Like I'm sure everybody can write a long list of everything we want or want to accomplish in 1 year, but realistically is it possible to accomplish so much in a year? Yes and no, right? Because we've seen how, I don't know, how everybody probably has accomplished a lot, but may not be based on what you set for yourself. And then I saw how in the past I set myself so many goals and so many, accomplishments I wanted for different categories like career, work, and then, personal life, relationships, and, what else was the spirituality, personal development, health and fitness, all these different departments, right? And then I realized there's no 1 year that I will actually tick every box. It's always that my focus goes into like most of my focus goes into one department more, and that will consume actually that will involve a lot of my energy there. And then I'll realize that whether it's my health and fitness or spirituality or a career or something else, if all my focus is on relationships, for example, then those things, they may not do so well. I don't tick so many boxes. So then I just got to think about this, right? How do I want to start, and how do I want to live my 2021, especially after what we have been through this year, right? So many things are unpredictable, and we're talking about living the moment. We don't know when things are going to go to lockdown again or open up again. Doesn't mean that we're just going to not plan, because let's just see how everything goes. Because I know that our mentality could be, let's play by ear, right? Who knows what happens? There's no point planning, right? So comment below if you're one of those that have thought about it. Like, what's the point of planning? This world could go down, right? Apocalypse or whatever. A lot of people are like saying things like that, right? More crises are coming. What's the point of planning? None of it's probably going to go according to plan. But then I thought, if I don't plan, just play by ear, then we're not going to go anywhere. At least goal setting can actually give us a direction so we're not lost, right? Like in the midst of chaos, the global chaos, we still need direction, right? And so I thought that, what, goal planning, goal setting is great because it gives us a sense of direction. Okay. And when things, I want to say shit hits the fan. Okay. It would just make me sound so vulgar.
Did
My
you say
husband already
shift?
said I sound so
Shift,
crude all the time.
shift hits the fan. I heard shift. I didn't hear anything bad.
Okay, right. So when things go out of control, let's say, when things go into a complete chaos, we still, we are actually preparing, we're gearing ourselves for like the flexibility, like knowing that, okay, it's not going to be like this. What can we do? And it's all part of the training. I mean, it's all part of our personal development again, right? To have the ability to adapt and then to like, what's the word? I'm trying to think. To
Evolve.
improvise, right? That's the word. Yeah, improvise. Because I was trying to imagine myself on stage. If like I forgot my script, or if certain things don't go
Yeah.
according to plan, then I gotta improvise, right? So yeah, so life is like that. It's a game and it's like a play. We have to improvise whenever necessary. So for everybody out there, sorry, I gave a big speech.
Great. It's great. I'm loving
So
it.
for everybody out there, okay, based on my past experience and mistakes, I can tell you guys mistakes is, and for most of us, it does not work. If you list like a whole list of like Santa Claus wish list, right, of all the New Year's resolutions and things you want to accomplish, let's just simplify it. Okay. And also the energy works in the way that where you funnel all your energy into one direction, one thing, you will get a good result out of it. Whatever it's like, whatever result it is, you put all your energy or attention there, some result will show. Okay. So I was just thinking, you know what? I'm just going to write down the most three, prioritize the top three things I really, really want, or you call it resolution or goal or something like that, the direction, like clear three directions I want for 2021. So I write them down, and I basically start with a blank page, and I don't want to be influenced by the things I'm already working on, things I wanted this year. I don't want to be influenced by that because I know that I'll get so what's the word, distracted, and be like in that spiral of being ambitious again. So I'm just like, just start small. No, yeah, start clean. And I just wrote down three goals. And these three goals basically, I can share with you guys, like the three goals. They're personal, but I don't mind sharing because I think it could be worth, like learning for some of you. The number one is, be a mother. Okay, have my pregnant with my first child, and that's actually a common goal between me and my husband. Okay, so a lot of people out there who are already moms, like yourself, Amy. Okay, so like how it is. It changes a woman completely, holistically, right? When you are a mother. So that's one of it. And then the second thing is basically I want to achieve this balance, this well-being balance. I just wrote down well-being balance, spiritually, physically, and mentally. Have that balance. So I don't feel like, oh, I'm doing, maybe I'm too active, like physically, but I'm lacking that, mental and the spiritual stability, right? I don't want to feel like that. So that's what I want to accomplish. And then lastly, of course, I always have a career goal. I was telling you that at this age, my focus is a lot on my own career, right? So I wrote down my own career goal. Basically that's growing the women's body confidence program, and also YouTube channel. I wrote down a figure. I wrote down a monetary figure there, and then from there, like I'm still talking about a vague one here, right? That is because I want to write down the conceptual goal first. Okay, so here comes the mechanics. Everybody take note of. You can write down the conceptual goal first, like, I want to be healthier and fitter, right? That is one. I want to be more confident, for example. I want to attract a partner, I mean, that's still a concept, right? So write down your conceptual goals. So this is my layer one. Actually, I figured this out last night. This is your layer one, okay, your top layer, conceptual goal. But having a conceptual goal is not enough. You're not going to get anywhere if you just want a conceptual goal. You got to be specific, right? So be very, very specific. Like, if you want to be abundant, like be wealthy, write down a figure, like exactly how much income you want to have, right? Okay, so write it down, be specific. And if you want to attract a partner, okay, be a bit more specific, right? What is a female, is a male, is it like, what kind of personality traits and all that, right? So be more specific, right? Like writing a profile. and uh, and also, what was the other ones? Oh yeah, um, the personal well-being part, right? So I'm like, okay, it's still a concept that I want to be balanced. What do I mean by being spiritually, mentally, and physically balanced? So I actually wrote down exactly how I want to feel, how I want to operate, and then so what it means. So that's my advice for everybody. Have your concepts first as the first layer, and then the second layer, actually put your specification in the first layer too. Otherwise you'll always be driven by your concepts, right? You want to be driven by the specifics. When you are specific, then you know what directions you can go towards, what can you work towards, right? And also, give yourself the timeline as well. Maybe for some of them, that I can achieve it in the first half a year or first quarter or something like that. Or some of you're like, okay, I just want to achieve it within this year or by December, like 2021, right? So give yourself a deadline as well. But I know that the deadline may not always be the accurate gauge, but at least it's a direction, right? So do the layers, and then the second layer would be, okay, what kind of like what actions I need, what's required to get to these goals, right? So you write down your second layer, but you can also write down for the second layer, you can also write down, you don't have to be specific with that, just a conceptual action goals, right? For example, I need a new habit, right? Say for those of you who want to, be fitter and healthier, that's almost everybody's New Year's resolution, right? Then you got to write down, okay, I got to have a new routine now. I have to develop new habits, okay? And perhaps get yourself a trainer or something like that. But write down the concept still. And then when you go down to the third layer, right? So it's like reverse engineering, right? So for each of them, you write down the concept of what actions you need, and then you write down the actual execution plan, the actual execution steps of, okay, right, if I want to have a new habit, a new routine, exactly what do I have to do, right? Exactly what new habit I need, right? Do I need to hire myself a coach? All right, if I have a coach, then how many times a week do I work with a coach, right? And if I want a new routine, okay, then what time do I get up? What time do I go to bed? And then how am I what are my working hours and all these things, right? So this is when you get into specifics. So sorry, Amy, this is getting a bit long,
That's
but
amazing. Keep going.
so
Yeah.
it's a breaking down, right? So if you look at this, right, even if you only have one goal, right? I do suggest those of you who don't always have a lot of goals for a year, just pick one goal. Okay. Don't be greedy. Seriously. You're not going to get there. Trust me. I mean, you're not going to get all of them ticked, right? Like probably less than 1% of the world get the like a whole list ticked. So if you are someone who just picks a few goals a year, then pick one goal. If you're someone who's very greedy like me in the past, who writes a lot of goals, pick three. Okay. Don't be greedy. Trust me. If you get those three goals accomplished, or somewhere along the line, you'll be like, oh my God, I did a lot. You will not feel like, oh man, self-blaming and all that. Like, how come another year gone past? I didn't do that, right? So if you look at the way I do it, like breaking down to layers, it's still a lot of work, right? Like, when you get into the specific, like what action plans I need to make. But my advice at the end of the day is still keep it simple. Okay, keep it simple. If you have three goals, goal setting, then be very clear. Just remember specific of your goal. Okay, so the concept is not enough. Okay, you have the concept. I believe most people have the concept, right? So write in the comment, right? True or false. If you're someone who starts with the concept first, but if you start with like very concrete, like like specific goal, great. Okay, then what is your action? Okay, so that's all you need to think about. The specific goal, give it a timeline, deadline. I used to work in project management. That's why I'm used to calling it deadline. It's a lifeline. Okay, it's not a deadline. And then the specific action plans, how to get there. It's kind of like what Master always mentions about the straight line scripting for manifestation, straight line scripting, your mini manifestations, your micro manifestations towards your big manifestation. It's actually the same concept. It's just that I do it the other way around. Is it okay? Well, similar. So everybody has a different way of operating. So for me, I'm just looking at it as layers, and then ask myself, okay, how do I get there? Be specific, and reverse engineer. So it's nothing new, I think, for a lot of you here. But yeah, I just want to tell you guys, pick simple goals, not simple. What is it? Minimize the number and just prioritize. And you will find that even if you're just working towards one New Year's resolution, not many, you are actually already accomplishing a lot for the whole year. So that's it for me. Yes.
That was so practical. This is like the perfect balance here between like the practical and then so it's like the yin and the yang, because I'm like, you're fine just as you are. Just float, and then Jing, you're there perfectly with all of the like real solid practical advice, so that hopefully whoever's watching finds the balance that we were talking about in the beginning between wanting to have goals for yourself and also accepting that you're perfect as you are. This is really funny. It's like yin and yang balance.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, we make great parents together.
Look, just real quick, I really loved what you said at the beginning, and and the whole time you were speaking, I was just wondering, like, that is so true. You set yourself these goals, and you were mentioning, and then a lot of them you don't tick off. And what was coming to my mind as you were speaking, and as I was thinking about it, was that a lot of these goals that we're setting is with the intention of, if I have this in my life, or this physical body, or this person in my life, or this career, then I can be happy. And then what ego does is say, so I must be super miserable until I get to that point. And now this is where a lot of the goal setting and the resolutions fall apart, is because we set up with a big intention to get to that happiness, right? That version of me in my life where I can be happy. So then we're miserable the entire time. We go to the gym. We pick things that we don't enjoy. We go too hard on diets that we can't sustain because they're too strict. And then we're miserable and we crash and burn because we're missing the point. Is happiness is never there.
Yeah,
Happiness is always right here.
great.
So keep it simple, like Jing was saying. Number one, anything on your list that you wrote down for your goals that has anything to do with what society or someone else would think is good for you in your life, cross them off. Only ever do the things that would make you happy. I want to have a physical body that I feel good and I feel powerful and I feel strong and I feel confident. For me, not for society or anyone else, because then you'll follow through, because you're doing it for yourself. You've got your own back, and you're
Hmm.
gonna find a way to do it. All the ones that are anything to do with other people's expectations are just going to crash. And the second thing is to realize that in this moment right now, you can be happy and you can enjoy. These goals don't have to be miserable. You can enjoy, find an exercise that you love doing. For me, it's swimming, but that might not be the same for Jing. That's like a
Mm.
cardio.
Oh, I
And
love it.
yeah, stop focusing on the goal and start focusing on the process.
Yeah, the
Because
activities
the
itself.
reason
Yeah.
the reason that all your goals are changing is because it's not an endpoint. There's always a journey, and it's going to be constantly changing. What you think now you want for your life that will make you happy may suddenly change. But as long
Hmm.
as we're on the journey, staying present, enjoying it, and we're just going with it,
Yeah.
we can. It doesn't have to be miserable, right? You
Yeah.
can find this happiness and this joy right now. Set the ones that you're going to stick to and that you're going to achieve are going to be the ones that you enjoy doing and that you're doing for yourself, for you, because I want this for me, not for anyone else.
Absolutely, absolutely. I totally agree. And like when you find that you're enjoying the process and enjoying the company that you have along the journey, right? You actually get to your destination perhaps
Already,
a lot faster than you expected. And you're like, oh, I'm already here without
because I'm
knowing.
happy now, right? Yeah,
Right,
because
right. Without knowing, then like chasing, like where am I gonna get there? Where am I gonna get there? Right.
yeah,
So yeah, life is a journey. Actually, it's when you look at it, when you zoom out and look at it, like life is really like a journey. It's just that with everything that's happening, we forget it. We'll forget to live. We forget to enjoy it, and with yeah, just with so much happening in the modern world, I think that's causing a lot of disruptions and issues and things that we live in. But yeah, so we would like to. Unfortunately, I have to go very soon. I have to go now actually, but we would like to like wrap up today's last episode of 2020 with a happy note. Okay, anything you want to say to our beautiful creators, Amy?
just sending you all my love and sending you my support. Yeah, and I know that we're smiling. I know that a lot of you may be possibly struggling, and I just want you to let you know that we're right there with you. We're sending you all of our love and support. Don't be too hard on yourselves. Yeah, you're doing an amazing job. Just keep going. At the end of the day, all of these goals, all of this, all we want really is peace and happiness and freedom. That's it. And this is available to you at any moment. So make sure that you're making the choices and the goals, setting the goals for the right reasons for you, for your peace and happiness. So that's all I
Oh,
have
I
to say.
love that. It's so beautiful. Thank you, Amy. I love it. I receive your love and your message and absorbing to my heart. And for me, oh, what's your cat's name again?
Maggie.
Oh, Maggie. Yes, right. Maggie. I love Maggie's mask. It's like
Yeah.
Batman. um, so yeah, for me, very similar vibe. I'll say similar vibe. It's a loving vibe, and I would like to tell everyone, the creators, you all have had a very big year this year. 2020 hasn't been, smooth, or it has been interesting. Let's put it this way, very adventurous. I think it has made a lot of us, take on new skills, and transform. Right? It's been a very transformative year, a lot more than ever. We don't know if 2021 is going to be even more disruptive or less or anything like that. But what we can do for ourselves is actually staying true to ourselves, give ourselves the most amount of love that we can. Okay, make sure you do take care of yourself, because if you can't take care of yourself, you can't take care of others. Whether if you want to do energy healing or manifest for other people or for yourself or anything, manifest money. I know a lot of you here want to manifest money, but if you don't actually, work on peeling off the layers and giving yourself that holistic care, none of this will happen. The numbers, I see a lot of you love the numbers, the angel numbers. The numbers are there to actually give us a sign. Okay, but going to the new year, don't overread the numbers. Okay, don't overthink about the numbers. Whenever you see 222, 111, 444, you just got to tell yourself that it's action time. Yes, it's true. That is universe telling you that go do something about it. It's the opportune moment. The more you see those numbers, the more you use it as a reminder to tell yourself that the more you gotta like take the damn action. Okay.
Exactly. That comes from the thing is the hearts are already saying it. Like we're looking for the numbers because we want permission to listen to our heart. It's time, right? Wait for the
Hmm.
numbers, and your heart's already saying, yes, it's time. Yes, you're
Yeah.
supported. Yes, you're loved. Yes, you're everything that you want is coming for you. Just listen to your heart instead, not so much the numbers. I love that.
Exactly. And numbers are telling you that it's go time, it's go time. See, it's whatever you
Yeah,
want to do, just do it. Don't wait for another sign or another number, right? 2021 is not going to wait for you. We already experienced from 2020. So that is my message. It sounds a
yeah.
bit harsh, right?
I love it. I love that. It's very
I'm a bit like that. Okay, you know what? That's great. You guys got the love from Amy. Now it's time for me to give you the no BS. Okay, right, guys. The numbers love you, but you gotta do something. Okay, so 2021 is gonna be unpredictable. We don't know, but go into 2021 with a strong heart. With that attitude, like I'm gonna dominate. Whatever you want to do, dominate humbly, like Master said, dominate humbly, and you have the choice. Okay, choose how you want to design your life and design your 2021. Okay, so on that note, yes, a
Always
big happy.
remember though, the way that the number one message from me and Jing, and this is why we smile so much, is keep it lightly. Don't be so hard on yourselves. Remember to smile. Remember to enjoy it. It doesn't have to be so serious. You're
Oh
perfect.
yeah, for
You're
sure.
doing amazing. Jing, you're doing amazing. Everyone watching this, you're doing amazing. You're
You're doing
lovable. You're
amazing too,
wonderful.
Amy. I cannot smile this big without you.
I love you. I'm gonna miss you. But we're gonna see each other in 2021 now, though,
I
right?
know, right? That's next week, in a few days, actually. That's 2021. I know it's not like centuries, galaxies away. So, okay, everybody, don't relax. I mean, yeah, go relax and enjoy a good like downtime break, but don't
Like
relax too much.
we've got like an inner Amy on the shoulder and then an inner Jing on the shoulder. Amy's like, you're perfect. Just relax. Just chill. You're wonderful. And then Jing's like, let's do this.
I know, yeah. I'm not like I'm not gonna be the hustler anymore. So
And the balance between them is
yeah,
like, yeah.
exactly. Right, right. So a
But
big happy new year to everybody. Enjoy your last few hours, 48 hours of 2020. And we're going to see you guys in 2021. Okay, we're gonna start 2021 with a big smile. Okay, love you all, everybody, and see
love you,
you in
Jing.
2021. Bye, Amy. Love you lots.
Bye.
Bye.